Had a great trading day today. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We've been talking about Bitcoin. You guys know we have a sell signal in Bitcoin, but we saw major moves to the downside on Bitcoin. So we'll spend some time this evening talking about Bitcoin, okay? Uh, just know we have a red candle and a sell signal on the weekly time frame. We've had a sell signal on the 240 and on the daily for Bitcoin, but we just got today a sell signal on the weekly time frame and a red candle. All right, we were holding support right at 108. So 108 was our support on Bitcoin. We did break through that support convincingly, and now we're at 101. All right, so Bitcoin, we've been talking about this, no surprise, right? You guys should not be surprised about this, okay, if you've been following us. All right, okay. All right, so Bitcoin is at 101. The next support level for Bitcoin is 90,000 right here, okay? You guys can see that here, 90,000, okay? If it doesn't hold here, right? So it needs to hold this week. Doesn't hold this week. We get selling coming next week. We can move down to that 90,000 mark pretty quickly. All right. Bitcoin moved down to what? 6,000 today. Guys, from 100,000 to 90,000, that can happen in 2 or 3 days for Bitcoin. Okay. Be very careful. Okay, be very careful trading Bitcoin. You guys know Bitcoin is a barometer for the entire crypto market. All right, so as Bitcoin comes down, so will your other cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is becoming the barometer for all of the markets. Okay, so we'll watch equities. We'll take a look at equities. We'll take a look at the dollar. Dollar is moving, all right? But this is a big deal here, all right? The last time we got a red candle in Bitcoin was 2024. So what's that? This time last year, all right? September of last year, we got a red candle. Luckily, buyers came back in, all right? Hopefully that's the case. Doesn't look like it, but anything can happen. Bottom line, red candles, sellers are coming in heavy on Bitcoin. Okay, daily 240, right? We're trying to hold support here. Some near-term support at 100,000 on Bitcoin right here. Not a lot of support, but 90,000 and then 70,000 is where we'll find a lot of support. Okay, especially 70,000. We've got good support at 70,000. Equity markets were down today. The Dow was down 251 points, down for the day. S&P was down 80 points. NASDAQ was down big, guys. NASDAQ was down 486 points. Right, that's going to put a damper on tech stocks. All right, that's a big down day. Russell was down 464, and the VIX is at 19. Keep an eye on the VIX. All right, we need the VIX to stay below 20. All right, so it's moved up pretty quickly there at 19 with a green candle on the VIX. That's not good. Okay, so it closed green today. And remember, as the VIX moves higher, that's higher volatility, bad for stocks. Okay. We're still holding our buy signal on the S&P, but it's retracing a bit. You guys can see that there. It's retracing. All right. We'll take a look at the larger time frames in a minute here. Now, I put out a video that it's okay to be in cash, guys, or at least be 80, 90%, if not 100%, 80, 90% in cash, okay? Especially if you're trading stock boss, heat seeker, really pay attention. to your systems. So on the S&P, we're still holding our buy signal on the daily. All right, on the Dow, we're still holding our buy signal by our system on the daily. NASDAQ, we're still holding our buy signal. The IWM, we have a red candle, not good. Okay, so we're going to call a sell signal on the IWM, the Russell. And remember, guys, most of your stocks in Stock Boss coming through Heat Seeker for Stock Boss, right, will come from the Russell, the IWM. So red candle, be aware of that. Okay. Again, VIX is at 19. Dollar is moving higher. That's not good for Bitcoin. That's not good for the equity markets. Okay. So right now, but it's good for Forex. And we've called some trades, some dollar trades in Forex, Monster Scalper. All right. So here's your markup phase, markdown phase, accumulation, buy signal here. And we are breaking out here on the dollar index. The dollar made a low back in July of this year, around 95. It's trading at 100. Okay. Looks good to move higher. Here's 101, 103, 105, 107. Again, as the dollar index moves higher, that will put pressure on the markets, equity markets, and Bitcoin. All right. All right. The number one sector is tech. All right. We gapped down today and we are moving lower in the tech sector. Looks good though. Okay. Looks good. However, things can change. All yellow support and resistance. Just a perfect upward trend. But we did gap down. Looking to test support here, near-term support. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. The previous all-time highs was right here. Okay, that's 243. We were at 293. Okay, no selling yet. No sell signal yet. Okay, number one sector, technology there. Okay. Biotech, quick look at biotech, still holding firm. Biotech is still holding firm there. Gold, we'll take a look at gold. And then we'll take a look at silver. Bonds, breaking down. Okay, so that bonds trade, guys, that TLT, right? No trade there. Okay. We've talked about that. That trade is breaking down. So right now, no safe haven, okay, to hide. That's why I say, not a bad idea to be in some cash, holding and waiting for the next round or the next market to develop. Okay, the Max 7s, Apple is still holding firm right now. Now, guys, we haven't had a correction yet in equities. Now, Bitcoin is moving lower, all right? We just had a bit of a pullback in equities, but there it's holding. The Russell, though, has a red candle. Apple is still holding firm with its buy signal. Microsoft gave a red candle, so we're going to call a sell signal in Microsoft right here. All right, buy signal here, red candle, sell signal. Microsoft has to hold support, near-term support, which is which is right here. So let's call it 500 is support, trading at 514 right now. Red candle, sell signal. That's in Microsoft. Meta, no buy signal. Our previous buy signal was all the way back in August, right? We had a sell signal and it is moving lower. Our sell signal came in at $726, trading at 627, so 100 points below our sell signal. This is why we get out, guys. All right, this is why we take these sell signals seriously and get out. We rather have this loss here rather than a loss all the way down here. Okay. Next support level is right here. So right at 6, right about here is support. It is breaking through that support. Next big level of support. As a matter of fact, let's move this. So we'll say 600 is support right here. And then let's call it right at about 541, but real support is 500. So round number. So 600 next support, and then after that 500, and then we'll go from there. Okay, that's Meta. Bottom line, you're trading with us, trading our systems, we should be out. Okay. Amazon, I'm holding for now. Buy signal here, breaking resistance, holding for now. Google right now is holding firm. Nvidia is holding. However, we have purple support and resistance. Price is coming back down. It needs to hold support here. Okay, so market struggling to hold right now. We're in fourth quarter, November, right? We're hoping for a Christmas rally. But boy, the way Bitcoin is behaving, that could bring the markets down, okay? Tesla holding at resistance here. Right here is resistance, right here and right here. All green candles, but that could change. All right, the mags. Magnificent 7 ETF. All right, it's pulling back a bit here. Purple support and resistance, a buy signal here. It's pulling back right here. Okay. All right, that's the Mag 7s. All right, let's go through these indexes from the 240 all the way to the monthly time frame on these. Okay. All right, so the Dow, guys, 240. White candles here, holding previous resistance becomes support. It's just holding right here. Okay. All right. So Dow 240 just holding. Dow on the daily time frame struggling to hold resistance right here. Any amount of real selling, guys, these will break down. Okay. Dow on the weekly time frame holding, monthly time frame holding. S&P, guys, we go through this every day because things will change, right? Look at Bitcoin. Things will change and can change quickly. S&P on the 240 holding its buy signal right at resistance. They're struggling to hold white candles. S&P daily struggling to hold gap down right at that resistance. Previous resistance becomes support. S&P weekly time frame holding for now. S&P monthly holding for now. NASDAQ 240 white candle here. All right, broke through near-term support. Right, we look to test the previous resistance, becomes support right here. Right. NASDAQ daily gap down today. I'm holding for now. I'm not trusting this market. NASDAQ weekly time frame holding. Monthly time frame holding firm. Russell, as I mentioned, Russell has red candles here. So we have a sell signal on the Russell on the 240. Russell on the daily, we have a red candle here. So we're calling a sell signal on the Russell. Now, we're not calling an overall sell signal on the markets yet. But guys, just, you know what's going on here. Just be careful if you're going to trade equities, okay? Too soon to go short. All right, too soon to go short this market. So Be aware of that. Russell on the weekly time frame. Here is resistance all the way back 2021. Right, resistance here 2024, and then here we are 2025. We have resistance here. So just know sellers were here, came in heavy here. Sellers came in heavy here, and then here we are here. Be aware. All right, Russell on the monthly, same thing here. Okay. Bitcoin on the 240, guys. We found some near-term support on Bitcoin at 100 right here. 100. It's at 101, 100. This is a lot of pain. All right. All right, so if traders bought, any traders that bought, or investors, let's say, right? Traders are different from investors, right? So if anyone bought anywhere up here when Bitcoin was 121, 122, 123, all right, even 118, 114, it's at 101. That's a lot of pain. That's why we do this. Okay, so we had a buy signal here, sell signal, buy signal, sell signal to be out. Okay. All right, so struggling to hold. We have slight amount of support, not a lot of support here, right here, right here, not strong enough to hold that price at 100. Okay. All right. So that's the 240, and it is breaking through, struggling to hold at that 100 level there. Now, we have further support at 90,000. We have stronger support here at 90,000. Okay. And then really good support at around 70,000. Okay, down here. Okay. And here we are right here. Not good. All right, so on the daily time frame, further support at 90,000 here. Previous resistance here becomes support, right, all through here. 90,000, and then we have much, right, larger support at 70,000 here, 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 and we'll count this at 70,000. Okay. Good chance it might hold at 70, right? If sellers come in heavy, we could easily get down to 90,000, guys. Okay. Very active right now, right? You can see that price action. You can see that movement. Traders are panicking right now, and they're struggling to hold support here, right? We don't want to have any part of this stuff here. Okay. All right. That's a falling knife, and it could fall much lower. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, we talked about this, right? First red candle here, all right, since 2024. Okay, now we've got to take this red candle seriously, because this is what could happen here. Okay, now the week, this is for the week, and we're still in the current week. So if buyers come in, that candle could change from red to white, or red to green, but we do have a sell signal. Okay, we do have a sell signal. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame as well, and then Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. Gold, keep an eye on gold. Gold is having a difficult time. Okay, gold is having a difficult time. We have purple support and resistance. We're getting lower highs, lower lows. All right, it is struggling to hold its buy signal there on the daily time frame. We're going to do this for now so you guys can see. All right, so here is gold. Our previous buy signal was here at 3,500. All right, it's holding its buy signal here. All right, if you're trading this with us on the daily, you might want to just get out, right? Purple support and resistance, we overbought. All right, lower highs, lower lows. Even if you guys look here, lower lows right here, all through here. If we break through that support here, guys, we could go much lower. Okay, gold is in trouble there. On the monthly time frame with gold, it's pulling back quite a bit. Silver. All right, here is silver. Same situation there with silver. If the price action change, we'll change. We'll change this. Lower highs, lower lows. You guys can see that price action there. Purple support and resistance, we overbought. Okay. Silver monthly. All right, silver monthly, we are pulling back from the previous all-time highs, going back all the way 2010, 2011. Crude oil. If I can find it here. All right, crude oil, nothing here, guys. Still consolidating. Bonds, right? We were looking for a buy signal gap down yesterday with a red candle. So we're going to call a sell signal. In order to re-enter bonds, guys, we got to get above resistance here, okay? And that price is 90. We got to get above 92. It's trading at 89 right now. Dollar, guys, dollar index, finally, we talked about this at the open. Dollar index breaking out, right? Breaking out nicely there. Providing some decent trades in monster scalper on the weekly time frame, right? Dollar found support here at what's that, 96. White candles coming in here. Here's your mark down. Accumulation, if it breaks through that resistance, get a buy signal somewhere up in this area here. And on the monthly, setting up on the monthly there. Pound yen on the 240, that yen trade is over. Okay. If you guys want to look for some short opportunities on the 60, you can certainly try to do that. I'll be careful. Okay. But we are breaking big support levels. In pound yen, we are back within that consolidation in here. So that long trade is gone. This is not good for equities. All right. So Bitcoin going down, yen pairs moving down. Russell, right, is moving lower. Red candle. Not good for equities. Okay. Pound yen on the daily time frame, sell signal here. Okay. And weekly time frame as well. Okay. All right. Current positions. Let's go through those. So these yen pairs, looks like we'll have to close this. Let's take a look. A lot of red today in Stock Boss and Bullmaster, guys. Lots of selling today. Okay, we'll go through those. No surprise, we've been saying that this market is overbought. Overbought, all right? New Zealand yen. Buy signal here, sell signal. Lots of selling. Close the trade, please. Swiss yen, same thing. Sell signal. Close the trade, please. So that yen trade is over. Euro yen, same thing. Buy signal here. Sell signal. Close the trade, please. All right. You guys should be on top of these trades. Dollar yen, buy signal here. Sell signal. Close the trade. I know you guys are. HKD JPY, buy signal here, holding. We're going to just go ahead. White candles. Let's just close that. SGD JPY. Buy signal here. Red candle. Sell signal. Let's close that trade. So clean things up in Monster Scalper. CAD Yen. Buy signal here. Sell signal. Close the trade, please. Aussie Yen. All right, Aussie Yen closed. Okay, this was a good trade going, but it closed, guys. Buy signal here, sell signal, a decent amount of pips there. Right, sellers are coming in heavy. Look at the sellers coming in heavy, guys. Here, close the trade, please. Aussie Yen. All right, take that loss, take those profits, and then you can rotate those. All right. Aussie CAD, sell signal, close the trade. Aussie Swiss. All right, buy signal here. White candles coming in. Let's go ahead and close that. All right, and then the dollar pairs. Dollar pairs looks good, right? We call these dollar pairs. All right, USD SGD. Buy signal here moving up nicely. Here's your mark down. And then your markup phase. Right now, we're just holding just the dollar pairs, guys. That's the only trade right now. All right, buy signal here moving nicely. USD SGD. USD okay, same thing. Buy signal here moving up nicely. Great trade there. If you guys are going to scale up, add to your positions, make sure you've got new support and resistance. And the price is breaking resistance in that reaccumulation phase. Okay, follow that. If you're going to scale up, add to your positions. Okay, USD okay. USD SGD. All right, USD SGD, same thing, guys. All right, USD SGD. All right, we are moving up here. All right, good price action. So dollar pairs moving up. Dollar index is moving. That looks good. USD DKK. Same thing here. And right now we do have, I wouldn't call it fundamental, just, it might be seasonality, but we have a move in the dollar pair, right? In the dollar index going up, VIX going up, Bitcoin coming down. All right, gold is coming down. Good, all good news for the dollar here. All good news for the dollar. All right, so USD PLN looks good. All right, so you can move that capital. I'm not telling you guys what to do. All right, but this is why we follow these different markets. Bitcoin is coming down. Guess what? Take some capital, move it here. All right, USD DKK. Okay. All right. No shorts, so we do not have any shorts. And still waiting to trade on the 60-minute time frame. We might start looking perhaps the next round of buying on the 60-minute. In the dollar pairs, we might add that time frame. All right, stock boss, let's take a look. You guys notice that we have a sell signal on the US 30. I'm sorry, on the, we have a sell signal on the Russell index, small caps. Here is stock boss, small caps, lots of selling, okay? So let's go through these, make sure that the stocks are holding. We'll get out, we'll provide a sell signal if we have a red candle, white arrow will close the trade. Okay, clean things up so that if real selling comes in, this is selling here. But if this market really starts to move lower, you'll be out. Okay, that's the goal. Protect your capital. Defense first. Okay. All right. So ABCL sell signal on a break of support here. Red candle. Close the trade, please. All right, ABVE, white candles there. We're going to close. So we're going to close now, guys, on white candles. Okay, white candles. All right, ADC, T, white candles there. Or buy signal was at 339, trading at 402. Close the trade, please. Oh, come on. All right, AIRS, white candle there. Let's close the trade. Buy signal was at 740. Close today at $9. Close the trade, please. ANNX, white candle. Close the trade, please. This one here, just take your profits. AQST, white candle there. Let's close that. All right, buy signal was at 450. Close today at 608. Close the trade, please. White candle. Close these trades on a white candle for now. We'll hold on to that. BTX, TX, sell signal, white arrow, close the trade. Buy signal was 331. Sell signal came in at 369. Close the trade, please. All right, this is holding. All right, sell signal, CHRS, sell signal, close the trade, please. All right, CMPS, sell signal, close the trade, please. Guys, we're getting a lot of sell signals here. CRBU, sell signal, close the trade, please. CRNT, white candle, close the trade, please. That's holding. ERAS, red candle, close the trade, please. FIGS, white candle, close the trade, please. FIX, holding. Holding. IVVD, red candle, that's a sell signal, close the trade. LAES, white candle, close the trade. Guys, something is going on underneath this market here. All right, that's holding firm. MVST, white candle, let's close this. If this market was very bullish, guys, we could hold on these white candles, but it's not. NRGV, white candles, let's close it. REKR, white candle, let's close it there. SHLS, white candle, let's close it. And SVRA holding. So guys, this is what we have in Stock Boss now. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What's that? 13 stocks in Stock Boss. Okay. This is what we want to do. Trim positions, guys. You can always get back in later, okay? But if this market really starts to go south, guess what? You're not holding a ton of positions, okay? All right, so and if they're giving sell signals, we don't have a choice. We have to close the trade. Okay. APLD white candle here. Let's close this. This is in bull master. That's holding, holding. ARTS white candles there. Let's close these. Now we are being a bit conservative with these white candles, but with what's going on, now granted we don't have a ton of selling in equities, right? We do have a pullback. Nasdaq was down pretty heavy, but with these other markets moving the way they are, right? That's a red flag. BTDR white candle here. Let's close it. And we want to get ahead of these sellers. Get ahead of these sellers. If the institutions are selling, if they're getting out, we've got to get out as well. Okay. All right. Don't want to try to be a hero. All right. It's very painful. It can be if you're holding on to these trades and these losses accumulate. PRIM, buy signal. Too bad here, guys, but we got to close it. Buy signal was at $67. Closed today at 128. Perfect trade, guys. Perfect trade. Bought here, sold here today. Red candle, white arrow. Close the trade. Okay. PRIM. Holding, holding, holding. And that's it for Bull Master. How many do we have? About 30, 35 or so in Bull Master. Okay? All right. So clean things up. All right. Please clean things up in your system. Let's do a quick check. Stock boss for heat seeker. Let's run it. 94. That's still a lot in stock boss. Bull master. Let's run it. 71. All right. So 71 in bull master. Light for bull master. Stock boss still heavy. All right. Still heavy there. Our E-mini traders or US 30 traders, NAS 100 traders. Let's take a look. What's happening with that market? US 30 sellers coming in here. Okay. Be careful shorting, guys. We'll get a bounce. We could easily get a bounce. Okay. That's on the 60-minute. Be careful. Here's the short signal here. Wait, hold on. That's the 5. 60-minute time frame. Here's the short. All right. If you're gonna short, be careful. Here's the NAS. All right. On the 60 short. I have no idea what we'll look for when we go live, when we trade live on Friday. Right, this market anything can happen. Good short going here on the NAS. Beautiful short on the 60. All right, but again, just be careful. S&P, good short going here on the S&P on the 60-minute time frame here. Okay. S&P 500. Quick look at Forex Dominator. I want to take a look at the dollar pairs in Forex Dominator. All right, so our Forex dominator traders, I know we don't trade this system a lot, but USD SGD is giving a buy signal. All right, on the daily time frame, we have buyers on the weekly there. The dollar pairs, USD SEK buy signal. All right, USD PLN buy signal on the dollar. All right, USD DKK. All right, we'll see if we can bring that system back where we're tracking it. Okay, because the dollar might have a big macro move setting up here. Okay. These buy signals, these are the first buy signals since last year on the daily. So they might be real. Okay. Dollar sweet. So our Forex dominator traders, take a look. Even our monster scalper traders, right? If you guys want to, take a look at the daily time frame, put some capital to work. That's your call on that, okay? Monster scalper, the dollar trades, that's fine, okay? If you want to trade on the 60, you might find some opportunities on the 60 here. It's got some good opportunities. We're just not calling anything on the 60 right now, okay? But we're staying on the 240. All right. Be careful shorting the Aussie Kiwi Yen pairs. Euro pairs, I don't think we have anything quite ready yet on the Euro pairs to go long. All right. I don't really think so. You might find one or two opportunities. The dollar and the Euro pairs will move together. But, we all have limited amount of capital. So rather than trading the Euro pairs, why not go with the real thing, which is the dollar pairs, and you have the dollar index running in your favor, okay? All right. All right, guys. So big news is Bitcoin. All right. We would like to see Bitcoin move lower. Bottom line, right? We don't care. All right. All right. Most of these markets, when they do this, we're out. Right. So we are traders. We would like to look for a better opportunity to get back in. So 140,441 dollars is where it is. I'd like to see it get to 90,000. Okay, it might settle down there, but the real support is about 70,000. Okay, that would be a pretty good discount. Okay, for a trade if it could get to 70,000, but it depends, right? It depends. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks for coming, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Okay, be careful. I've been saying that, guys. Be careful with those markets. You've got to be disciplined and you've got to be